Hello everybody, Ben Rogers here, the Raptors Digest, here to react to the Raptors' 116-112 win against the Brooklyn Nets. Toronto, after just playing a couple tough games against the Cavs and obviously OKC over the weekend, we came into this game. Raptors really needed this win just to get back on track, get back. I know we beat Orlando, but that was a weird game as well. We needed this win. And the Raptors, it was up and down game, but they went out and they did it. And without CJ Miles again tonight. So let's just get straight into it. The man of the night, our savior once again, Kyle Lowry. 25 points tonight, 12 assists, 10 rebounds, 5 of 6 from 3, 7-11 from the field. Kyle Lowry has been absolutely ridiculous as of late. He's playing like the Kyle Lowry that we all love to see. I know his numbers are down all year. He's been resting. This is the time of year we want Kyle Lowry to be peaking. We aren't worried about regular season success anymore. We're worried about the playoff sustainability. We want this Kyle Lowry to show up in the playoffs, and the fact that he's around now, because if you look back I know I've said this on multiple pods, but if you look back any other year, this time of year, if Kyle Lowry's actually playing, like he's not out with a wrist or a back injury, he looks a bit worn out. He looks a bit worn out before the playoffs, and the playoffs come, and it takes him forever to get in his stride, if we make it long enough. So, to see Kyle Lowry thriving right now, hitting his threes, just being the absolute leader we need him to be if we want playoff success, awesome to see. And he was that against the Cavs too. He was that, it kind of didn't get many shots down the stretch of that game, but no, tonight he came up clutch, hit every big shot we needed it. Kyle Lowry, amazing performance tonight. Triple-double. Out here looking like Russell Westbrook, but a cleaner three-point shot. So that's all I have to say about Kyle Lowry. Second guy we'll get into, big JV, Jonas Valanciunas. 23 points tonight and 8 rebounds. It's Jonas, we've been talking, I just mentioned Kyle Lowry. Look, Jonas has been really good as of late too. He's been really amping up. Definitely the best stretch of basketball he's played in his career. But when he gets his shots, and obviously he's playing well, Jonas is a really good big man. He is showing on every night. He can even knock down the threes. He's a stretch big. He's Kristaps Porzingis mixed with prime Dwight Howard. That's the only way to put it. No, but in all seriousness, the one thing that confuses me, a little bit of a tangent about Jonas's game. The one thing that confuses me about Jonas is how teams defend him. His three-point percentage is ridiculously high. Now, obviously, he doesn't shoot a volume like Lowry or Steph Curry or someone like that does. But teams legitimately just leave him at the three-point line. Scouts are paid to give evaluations on players and give a scouting report to players. Do these teams not give him the Jonas scouting report that he is a lights-out three-point shooter when he's left open? I guess not, because Brooklyn Nets left him open again tonight. I know he only shot 25% tonight, but there's one time they just left him at the top. Jonas let it fly. Swish. I don't know. That's just me. Just wondering. I love to see some Jonas threes. Good game from Jonas tonight. DeMar, a bit of a weird shooting night on the other side of things. He had 21 points, 8 of 21 from the field, 0-4 from 3. Would have liked to see DeMar have a couple more of those shots fall, but still, he got us the buckets when we needed it. That's what this game was about. The Raptors got the buckets when they needed. They came back when they needed it. And the third player I'll give a huge shout out to is Sir Fred VanVleet. 16 points tonight, 6 rebounds. He's Kyle Lowry Jr. That's who Fred VanVleet is. Always makes the big plays. And even when the shot isn't falling, always making winning plays. I love Fred VanVleet. Never get injured again, my man. Can't have you out of the lineup. Can't ever have you out of the lineup. Masai Ujiri, we made a video on saying how much we need Fred VanVleet back and how we're going to get him. Masai Ujiri, if you're listening to the Raptors Digest, pay this man. Fred VanVleet is amazing. He will lead us to an NBA championship. I know this might be a slight overreaction to a Brooklyn Nets game that we barely squeaked out, but to see him hit that shot in DeMar Carroll's face to really ice the game down the stretch, that was very nice to see. Sir Frederick, Lowry, Jonas, you guys really made this game great tonight. And finally, Pascal Siakam. Okay, Pascal Siakam's ball handling. This is the first time I noticed this. We noticed that Siakam been ball handling a bit more. Got a bit of a tighter handle. I apologize. I'm stumbling on my words tonight. But Pascal Siakam, does he not give you those Giannis vibes? I'm not saying he's Giannis caliber or anything like that. But the way he dribbles and the way he finishes around the rim, he looks like Giannis Antetokounmpo out there. I don't know. He's so fast, so athletic, so long. Got that bob. I really like Siakam's game. He was great tonight as well. 11 points, 8 rebounds. And the key tonight, 2 of 2 from the 3-point line. Hit 2 threes. If we can get Pascal hitting 3-point shots, it's over. It's over for the rest of the NBA. That's it. He brings so much energy, an ability to finish around the rim. His defense is off the charts. His handling has gotten better, which is something that you would, watching the player he was last year, you would not expect Pascal Siakam to be dribbling the basketball. But no, he's got a tight handle, and if he could start consistently hitting the threes, and he has kind of gotten a good bit better the past 5 or so games, if he can really knock down those shots in the playoffs, he doesn't have to be, Kyle Lowry hitting 5 threes a night. Just so the defense has to guard him, then that would give him infinite value for this Toronto Raptors team. So, great to see Pascal and Bebe. Bebe got a lot of run tonight. Obviously, Yak has been our backup center pretty well the whole season. But Bebe has come into the games the past few nights, and he's produced. He's produced, and tonight he got more minutes than Yak. 12 minutes for Bebe, only 7 for Yak. So Casey's playing with lineups. That's what he's been doing all year. He's been going with the hot hands. He's been going with the guys that produce. As the bench mob it's an exclusive club, and Yak hasn't even been underperforming. It's just Bebe's been playing well. Bebe hit a nice 3-point shot tonight. It's always great to see. Had 3 blocks, 4 points. I like Yak. Yak is my guy over Bebe, but I really like Bebe's game too. We have too much depth. That's a good thing, but I think Bebe will give us some minutes in the playoffs. Maybe not consistently, but I feel like if the Raptors are struggling, they need to give a different look on defense. I could really see Bebe giving some valuable minutes for this team. That might be a hot take or not. Let us know what you guys think, but I really like Bebe's game. Not much else to talk about for the players. Serge Ibaka he looked better than he was last night. He had 10 points, 4 rebounds. Norm, he only had 5 minutes tonight. Didn't really do much. And DeLon had a rough shooting night. Still did a lot of DeLon things, but I don't know. That's the team. OG had a nice dunk to start off. I still want to see a little bit more of OG, but we got into OG a couple games ago. But before we get into the segments, I want to give a shout out to the Brooklyn Nets. Their old GM put them in a very, very bad spot. Obviously, giving the Boston Celtics all of the picks, just all of them for aging vets. Honestly, that's a crazy thing. The Brooklyn Nets traded basically their future. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, all these guys, just so they could beat us in a 7-game series. The zero playoff experienced Raptors. That's what they've succumbed to. That hurts when you look back at it. But no, the Brooklyn Nets have really done a lot of good things considering the position they were in. D'Angelo Russell, the Lakers are really, really, if they don't get any superstar players, that obviously the reason they traded D'Angelo is to clear up cap space. But if they don't get any superstar players, that's going to look like a really bad trade. Because D'Angelo Russell's a baller in this league. He had a triple-double tonight. I really like Jared Allen as a big. I know he's had a lot of injury issues, but he was blocking shots left and right. Karis LeVert, he came in and balled. They got some good young players. Hollis Jefferson had 18 on us. Alan Crabb, I know he's getting paid all of the money, but he got 18 points. They got some nice young pieces to go forward with. So shout out to the Brooklyn Nets for they were in a gigantic hole. Now they're about halfway up the hole. That's my way to put it. So with that, we'll go right into the segments. Tonight, the GOAT play of the day. it has to go to JV. Welcome to Lithuania. JV got the ball in the backcourt, the Raptors defensive end. Looked like point JV out there. He said, I'm going to take this ball up. Swung the ball, got it back in the paint. Missed a layup, but put it back in. I don't know, when you got Jonas playing point guard out there, even for one possession, you're getting the play of the day. This award could have also gone to any of Kyle Lowry or Fred VanVleet's clutch threes, but I always want to give a shout out to JV dribbling the basketball. It's always exciting. But not all plays can be the play of the day. And some just make you say, oh geez. And tonight, the oh geez play of the game has to go to DeMar Carroll on the Brooklyn Nets. I hate to be giving him all this hate, especially how we have an award named after him, but this play literally made me say oh geez while watching. So I could not put it in. But down the stretch of the game, the Brooklyn Nets were trying to claw back, make a final push against the Raptors. Gave it to the ball to DeMar Carroll on the wing, kind of in semi-transition. He got the ball and let it fly for a three. I thought the game was won. Like, the second the shot went up, I assumed it was a miss. Just from... I see him shooting from that area. The corners were less bad, but from the top of the key, especially contested in transition, all I picture is in the playoffs, him hitting the side of the backboard or just pure airball. So I thought it was guaranteed miss, game over. But the shot went down. I literally said, oh geez. It was very confusing. I know he's been a lot better this year, DeMar Carroll. He's a good, great guy, but just couldn't hit a shot for us. It was ingrained in my head, him missing open, semi-open transition up the top of the wing threes. I don't know, maybe too hard on the guy, but it made me say, oh geez, as a Raptors fan. I don't know about you guys. Let me know if it made you guys say, oh geez. Raptors still got the dub, though, even though it was a bit closer because of that three. And finally, a good transition. The DeMar Carroll Gold Star tonight. Not going to the man himself. He got the OGs. Less harsh award, but it's going to the ACC, I guess. The basketball net people. Now, it's not just this one isolated incident. The Raptors, obviously, in the third quarter, the maintenance staff or whoever had to make sure the rim was level, cut this little device out, and everything was fixed. They made sure the rim was level. It's all good. And that's not that bad. It's obviously the rim will get skewed. They have huge men dunking on it and all that stuff. But this is just for the history. It reminded me. I remember our first playoff game with DeMar and Lowry in the ACC. Everyone was roasting us. The shot clock stopped working on the ACC basketball hoops. Those Nets really don't get a good run this time of year once we get into late March, early April. So y'all are getting the DeMar Carroll Gold Star. Let's see none of those net malfunctions in the playoffs. Anyways, I've been rambling too much here. It's 13 minutes into a Brooklyn Nets game that was a bit messy. Thanks for listening if you made it this far. Like, subscribe. Check out the Instagram. Still posting a lot of cool stuff on that. The Twitter, obviously, didn't get to live tweet it tonight, but we're always live tweeting the games. And yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff coming, especially around playoff time. I know it's a busy time of year with school and all that, but we're trying to get you guys a lot of great content. So anyways, thanks for listening. Appreciate you, all of you guys.